Hey guys, welcome. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope this finds you well, Leo. This is not a date or time specific reading. Whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. Do know though, as a general reading, it's not likely to resonate for everyone. So you just got to take what does and leave the rest. For those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting me during that weird little patch with our friend Hurricane Ian. But everything seems to be relatively back to normal for me here. Thank God. Very fortunate. Okay, I am pulling from Starry Beginnings here. Hope you all had a good full moon in Aries. That was probably a little tougher for the fire signs and the cardinal signs, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer as well. But we're on the other side of it, and it's time to move on. Card 42. Flow with the river and see where it takes you. Time to move on here, Leo. So once we sort of collect ourselves and gather up ourselves after that powerful full moon, which did offer a lot of healing, but it was still kind of a lot of big energy. Yeah, we got to kind of pick up and move on, dust ourselves off, okay? So let's see what's coming through for your connection. And I am going to do the split soulmate spread. So this side is your divine counterpart. This side is the Leo energy. That's the intention I set. It can absolutely come through reversed for you. That's fine. Wow. Okay, so your person showing up here with the energy of the Empress, so it's either as the Divine Feminine or all about the Divine Feminine. The unconditional love may be tapping into their own inner Divine Feminine. You know, we all have both energies within. And here you are showing up with some measure of defeat. There could be some kind of sabotage that's been afoot, but it feels like there may be some defeated energy. In the past for your person, the Ace of Swords, their present experience of the connection right now, there's the healing, right? We had the Sun and Venus were opposed, the Moon and Chiron, and here is the healing that was afforded us during that full moon. In the near future, the Hanged Man. So possibly some kind of surrender, or maybe there's a little stagnant energy coming up for this person. For you here in the past, all about the King of Cups, keeper of your heart, maybe some measure of, questions around emotional availability. Present experience of the connection right now, Three of Wands, something you're anticipating or you're calling in. And in the future, Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups was the oracle for the morning musing for those of you in the channel membership or the all access pass for the extendeds. And it was an interesting description of it. It was like daydreaming versus decisions kind of a thing. So there could be a little bit of emotional overwhelm or confusion versus, with all the options present for you here, Leo. If you identify with this side, like I said, you can reverse it. But we'll see what happens, because I am seeing this defeated energy here in the Five of Swords, and that may be what you struggle to resolve, especially because you may be meeting up with some kind of delay or stagnant energy that doesn't make sense, that might bring in a mixed message. So let's go ahead and clarify the Empress. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Justice. Wow. I feel like this person wants to reach out, make an offer, new beginning, something more abundant and grounded and stable. It also feels like it's around the energies of commitment. I know that normally Justice isn't a card of commitment, the Hierophant is, but whenever I see the Ace of Pentacles and Justice together, I think like somebody throwing down the gauntlet and saying, yeah, I want a future with you. So that's why I say it. And that little Page of Wands feels like it might be, the message might come through a little bit more lighthearted. There's flirtation with the Page of Wands. There's sort of sheepishness, like, it's kind of like a kid in the playground that has his first crush. It's that energy that I'm feeling coming through. But the energy surrounding it is pretty serious, right? On one side, the Ace of Pentacles, on the other side, the Justice card. which is all about, balance and harmony and fairness and bringing things, a level playing field, which there may not have been in the past. So let's look at the Ace of Swords for this person. Yes. I feel like this person kind of wasn't really honest with themselves. Therefore, they couldn't be honest with you. They've had some enlightenment, though. Both the Hanged Man, which comes out in the future, so we want to stick a pin in that. Both the Hanged Man, look at the nimbus around his head, and the Ace of Swords are cards of enlightenment. We can have some kind of surrender to an awakening here with the Ace of Swords as well. It's like insight, knowledge, aha moments, and epiphanies all around something that feels like it was almost a self-betrayal. But I think it kind of had an impact on you by proxy. So I am yet to understand what this is about. But the King of Wands underneath, this is definitely someone who did not take the action that was needed to be taken. Instead, they kind of just froze in place with the Hanged Man. Maybe this person was just unavailable. I already said emotionally unavailable. King of Wands in reverse can be an unavailable lover, right? So I'm sort of feeling like there was some self-deception or an actual betrayal that sort of brought in some measure of a lack of balance and fairness here. They want to make up for that now. Let's see the healing that's involved with the Four of Swords. Yeah, they want to come back in. Look, we have two knights here, and we have all the motion cards, two knights. All right, so their instinct would be to kind of come in gallant, passionate, guns a-blazing, sweep you up off your feet kind of energy. But they're overriding it with that Knight of Pentacles. Very deliberate, very intentional. And the Chariot is underneath. Like if they want to be victorious, they have to kind of really go to ground, really reflect on everything that, and how it all fell out. Because if they're coming in with an offer, Ace of Pentacles, for a new beginning, for something more up-leveled, I think this is a masculine, seeing you as the divine feminine, and regardless of sign, right? They kind of want to be victorious. They want to get it right. So I love that we see the Knight of Pentacles almost with his back here to the Knight of Wands. Like, yeah, I know what you want to do, but that's not the best way. Think it through. Think it through. That's not the best way to approach the situation. So it is about moving on to some degree because we have lots of motion here, but it's really about moving forward methodically and deliberately with a plan, almost cautiously. Okay, so let's see the Hanged Man here in the near future. Yeah, I do feel like this person has not given up on the connection. Wow, we've got 3 out of the 4 knights here. That's pretty interesting. The Knight of Swords is actually the one that moves the fastest, so I'm kind of glad it's not here. Here we go. In the future, I do feel like this person's pulling themselves back, taking the 30,000-foot view, understanding what's needed here, some form of cooperation, really investing in the relationship. In the back of their mind, it is about romance, and there's a thought about coming in with their heart on their sleeve. It's just not coming from the top of the deck, so it's not really in conscious awareness. And conscious awareness is, I got to kind of give over to all of this. It has been exhausting. They have not given up. They will not give up. They're going to persevere until they can kind of come in and show you that they really want to be invested in the connection to the same degree you are. So I like what I'm seeing here in general, but it still feels like it's tentative because the Hanged Man doesn't move. So the knights are here, but look at the cards that they are clarifying. 4 of Swords and the Hanged Man, both of these cards, static, stationary energy. So I feel like this person is reaching that point where they're contemplating moving forward, trying to make a comeback to some degree, but really thinking it through. How are they going to show up? How are they going to present themselves? How are they going to make sure that you understand where they're coming from and what level of investment in the connection they have arrived at and how they got there? You're coming in here with this 5 of Swords. Now, I know you're not calling the Five of Swords in, right? But you may be calling in some clarity because all around it is confusion. Let's see the Five of Swords. Yeah, look at this. I kind of think you feel defeated or like set up. Well, there's Leo energy in the sun. Hello, Leo. And the jury's out. You want the happiness, definitely, for sure, but you're not sure that's what you're going to get because of what you got before, right? And with the Two of Pentacles underneath, it's almost like, I don't know what I'm really dealing with anymore. I don't know what's going on with this person, trying to call in the happiness perhaps, but not feeling really super secure about it, and rightly so. Let's look at the King of Cups in the past. There's Hierophant, Nine of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there was an issue here with not just emotional availability, but around the topic of commitment. And this person just kind of took the path of least resistance with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, yeah, it's a card of wish fulfillment, but the flip side of that coin is kind of like, well, you know, things are pretty good. I don't know if I should, you know, push the envelope here. So there's complacency with the Nine of Cups. Someone who's resting on their laurels, they're just kind of arms crossed, like, yeah, well, things are good. Why push it? And underneath, where's that coming from? A whole lot of fear. So I don't think this is your fear. Maybe there's something like you couldn't understand it. There may have been some hidden feelings there that you weren't aware of. But regardless, this person ended up not taking an action that you may have thought that they would take, and somehow with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, the resulting outcome is just feelings of deception and betrayal, or someone who was kind of talking out of both sides of their mouth, and you're the one that ended up with the short end of the stick, drew the short stick. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Three of Wands, present experience of the connection. Got some manifestation going on here. What are you manifesting? Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. All right, so you definitely want the stability. You're still seeing the energy of the future, right? Life partnership here. But you've kind of got to come from some kind of sense of stability, having your feet planted firmly on the ground. This is a card of self-care, and temperance underneath that. It's like, in time, it'll all come back. In time, it'll all come to you. Everything comes back into flow and balance. Remember, we were missing some balance over here. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is responding to the Ace of Pentacles that your person's showing up with. And it's almost as if you're calling it in, but you know that that may take time. So lots of self-control, lots of restraint, wisdom even, trying to create some breathing room here for the energies to be transmuted, because what you're sitting in right now is defeat and worry and anxiety and uncertainty. And that looks like it might continue a little bit longer with this Seven of Cups. Sorry to say. Yeah, Page of Cups, High Priestess, Seven of Cups again. I actually saw this on the split as I was preparing to shuffle. So I thought to myself, that's interesting, and now here it is. There's love here, but I'm feeling like lots of confusion, maybe mixed messages that come in, because I'm seeing your person here not really giving up and trying to persevere. They want to come towards you, but there's no action. And if you are communicating at 5D, that could be very confusing. I'm feeling like the connection here in separation, but sort of existing. at 5D, which is really common, and feeling their sincerity, but not seeing anything being done with it, because you're here with a double hit of the Three of Wands. So there's some kind of anticipation. You're trying to be patient. You're coming in very grounded and stable, or at least with your eye toward the future, towards something with, you know, with regard to being in 3D with this person, but it's not coming through. You may be feeling it and you may be confused. Am I receiving mixed messages? What am I doing here? Right? Should I trust my intuition? What's happening? I feel like I can understand the mixed messages part of it at 5D, because I'm seeing someone here that's sort of on this side of the spread, that's sort of working things out in their mind, but energetically they're already moving forward. Does that make sense, right? You can be here in 3D running plays in your mind, like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Here's how this could look. Here's how that could look. Not really taking any action at this point in 3D, but in your mental sphere, in 4D, 5D, really kind of watching it all unfold before you. Like trial run, does that make sense? I'm feeling like I'm seeing somebody doing a trial run in their mind, and you may be picking up on that over here. And it's just confusion city. So that's what I see. Very interesting, by the way. But what I want to do is tell you the astrology of what showed up. And before I do that, with this extended, for those of you that are seeing this spread for the first time, I keep everything here. I just move it up a little bit, and I'm going to continue the reading by pulling the two of you together. Let's see the strength and the challenge, the opportunities here and the connection. When I pull the two of you together, I'll also pull cards for your messages to and from each other. What does this person want you to know? If they could speak to you right now, what would they say? What energy are they picking up from you? That's always interesting. A card from Spirit. That comes through as either guidance or advice, sometimes a warning. Hidden energies, what's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about but might want to. And then what can you expect going forward in the connection. So that's what's coming, and some more oracle in the extended. Here's who showed up. Empress is Venus, right? Taurus and Libra. We have Justice is Libra. So Libra's present. We're in Libra season. We have Venus in Libra. We have, let's see, Mercury's in, just about to move back into Libra, still moving direct now out of Virgo toward Libra. We have here the Hanged Man is out twice, that's Pisces. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. Chariot is Cancerian energy. The Sun is Leo. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Hierophant is Taurus. The Moon is Pisces. A lot of Pisces energy in this reading, FYI. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Temperance is more Sagittarian energy, and more Pisces in the what is she? High Priestess. Boom! Literally left my mind. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thanks for joining me. The link to the extended is below where I'll complete this reading. I'll see you there. Bye for now.